Okay, so this is the third, and I think I've saved the best for last. I know it's the one that I'm actually most looking forward to and most excited about. When I saw the ad, this is the one that immediately caught my eye. This is a Telefunken. It's an Operette 6. And it's a fantastic piece of furniture. It looks, I think it looks beautiful. And from an aesthetic standpoint, again, the grill cloth is immaculate. It's just gorgeous. The logo is in really good shape. The tuning eye is up there. The piano keys are in a little bit of rough shape. Looks like they've been painted. I don't know exactly why or what that's about. Somebody was obviously trying to brighten it up and either couldn't clean it, or but you can still see the white plastic underneath that. So we'll have a look at that. I'm sure we can figure out something. Again, the brass trim is in good shape. Nothing's really broken. Neither of the side speaker grills are broken. The wood seems to be in exceptional condition, except for one little thing that I noticed and I thought was odd when I picked up the radios, and turns out I was right. It's like, I was thinking, this radio has an arborite top, and I'm thinking, no, that can't be. So sure enough, I started working and somebody had actually applied arborite to the top of the radio, trying to finish it up. They actually did a pretty decent job. It came out nice, but I will definitely be refinishing this, bringing it back to the wood, and seeing if I can finish it the same as the rest of the cabinet, and just bringing that back to life, because that's what I like to do. That's the way it should be. So this is the Operette, and again, like the others, it's fairly typical of all of these types of radio. You got the antenna connections, you've got a record player, looks like a tape deck input there, looks like external speaker there, and that's probably the power selector, again probably with a dial type of thing. Again, made in West Germany. This one doesn't have the import sticker, so this actually may be an actual German radio, but to be honest with you, I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. Anyway, we'll stick that inside there. See if we can pop this out without putting the camera down. Nope. All right, let's see if we can do that. There we go. Pull the bottom out, I would think, and then that should just come off. Okay, so here we are with the inside of this. Again, nice big speaker on that, and yes, this one has the tubes in it. I was a little worried after seeing that third one. The cone tweeter speaker is not electrostatic, which is kind of cool. The ferrite antenna on this one is a fixed position. It doesn't rotate, so that's just the way that is. This is an antenna selector type of a toggle. You just move that around to wherever you need it, and then that sits in like that. So you can use the internal or the external antenna. RCA type input, so that would be where the phonograph went. This would be for the tape deck in here. Again, there's your rotary type voltage selector. You can select different voltages. Small filter caps, it looks like, on that one. That's really tiny. And power transformer, audio transformer, is actually a relatively small chassis compared to the majesty of the cabinet. But you can see the back side of the glass there. It's in really good shape. Everything looks, again, very workable. Dusty, 70-year-old dust. I think that's just going to be typical of what you find in these things here. So there, oh, sorry about that. There's the Magic Eye tube up in its sleeve. Sometimes, depends on how long the radio has been operated, sometimes those can get weak, but their replacements aren't that hard to get, I don't think. And I've heard you can increase the voltage on the back of them too, and that will sort of bring the tube back to life, but I'm not sure if that's a wise thing to do or not. So this is the tubes here. Now the other thing I just noticed which I'm actually very excited about. When I took the back off of this, I found paperwork. You know how rare that is to actually find paperwork with the thing that you're actually buying or getting. That's just, I think that's incredible. So we'll just see if we can have a quick look at the paperwork. It might be a brochure, it might be a receipt. It could be a lot of things. And as I hoped, it is an actual schematic of the Operette 6, the original schematic that came with the radio. That, as my one of my favorite YouTuber guys on Electronics Old and News would say, he says, that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. I love it. So that's cool. And let's see what else we got here. Probably a 7-year-old warranty. Kind of a card thingy. Telefunken. Oh, looks like it might be. It's definitely in German, so maybe a brochure of other products and things, or channels and stations, I think is what that is actually. Yeah, that's actually very cool. If nothing else, for a little bit of history for the unit. And then this is probably like the Easy Start user guide from back in the day. I'm sorry you can't tell if that's on camera or not. Easy Start user guide. Yeah, exactly. And of course, and which I think is actually very cool, this is all in German. So this actually appears to be the actual German radio from Germany, not an export model, which I think is wonderful. So we'll study these documents a little bit more in depth when I get a chance, and we'll have a look. But just to have, so my instincts were right. This radio has a little bit of magic about it, in terms of the condition. Everything seems to be complete on it. A little bit of cosmetic work on the top and on these piano keys, and then the usual cleaning up and blah blah blah. And I'm super happy with this grill cloth, how nice it is. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if it kind of comes across from the camera how much it kind of glistens in the light. It's actually quite beautiful. So, and I know for a fact that these gold knobs, they polish up really nice, and I'm really looking forward to working on these radios, especially on this one. This one's really caught my eye. Notice this one's got a different style of IF can on it, which of different manufacturers. The capacitor, like that's I think they call that a black beauty capacitor. Usually those ones really have to get changed, and from what I've seen or heard, that the resistors on these are really good and they are very stable, so not many of those have to be changed. So filter capacitors, coupling capacitors, all that kind of stuff, those have to be gone over and changed and checked and all that other kind of thing. And then just to go over and verify the wiring, make sure there's no problems or shorts, and it should be an absolutely beautiful set for years and years to come. I'm really excited about this one. So this is the Telefunken Operette 6. All right, thanks guys.